Sponsored by Food City, Champion Chevrolet, Southern Classic Auto Wash and Lube Center, and McDonald's.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Touchdown Friday Night. I'm Kenny Hawkins, along with my tag team partner, Kane O'Neill. Tonight, we got 15 games on tap from Northeast Tennessee and also Southwest Virginia. But before we get to any of that, man, you got a hit of the night.
Boy, do we ever have a hit of the night.
Yeah.
Let's head right to it. Coming from the Happy Valley, Gatlinburg-Pittman game. Colin Garza absolutely leveling Dillon Street. The two helmets actually get locked together. Now, all heck would break loose after this hit. We'll show you what happened coming up a little later on. Kenny?
All right, thanks a lot, Kane. We begin in Hawkins County, where the state's second-ranked Greenville Greendale came calling tonight on the Cherokee Chiefs. Cody Ball, the new coach at Cherokee, was facing his alma mater and the team where he was the offensive coordinator last season. Great night for football in Rogersville. Folks, when we got there, it was 63-0 at the half. Cherokee, Jeremiah Bragg takes a handoff. He'll break a few tackles. You know Jeremiah. You know he was a bullfrog.
He was a bullfrog.
You know he's a good friend of mine. Nash Newberry, a quarterback for Greenville, will hit Dorian Goodard, and he'll make one miss. He'll go into the end zone for the touchdown. That made it 70-0. Next series, Green Devils Newberry to hand off to Ty Youngblood. And Youngblood, what's up, Youngblood? Gives it to the end zone for the touchdown as we go to the scoreboard. Check this out. All Greenville tonight, beating Cherokee by the final of 77-0. It was also Hardin Valley. This was a great game. They beat Bradley Central 14-13. Science Hill also on the road tonight at Jefferson County. Defense at work early. Chad Gage for the Hilltoppers will wrap up the ball. The carrier for the loss. Hilltoppers Jalen Adams to Colby Martin out of the backfield. Martin will make a few miss and he'll get to the first down. Adams again, this time hits Tate Overbay on the out, and Overbay will take it into Patriot territory before being taken down with a big hit there. Later on in the drive, Adams steps back to pass. He's going to be sacked by a host of Patriots right there. It didn't matter. Science Hill went on the road and handled their business tonight. They beat Jefferson County by the final of 42-18. It was Maryville all over William Blount, 52-6. Good crowd in Morristown. David Crockett hit the road to take on Mo East tonight. Hurricanes Dylan Noe will hit Jacob Ward on the crossing route. He'll take it into the end zone for the touchdown. It was 24-0 East. Crockett still fighting. Justin Wade on the out. Wade will take it into Hurricane territory for the first down. Few plays later, TK Hill, former player of the week this year, on the handoff. He'll break a few tackles, carry two defenders into the end zone for the touchdown. Crockett trailed 24-7. It was Morristown East winning tonight over David Crockett by the final of 31-14. Sevier County beat Tennessee High tonight, 31-15. Sullivan South hosting Sullivan East at Death Valley tonight. The Patriots waste no time moving down the field in their first possession. Capping off the drive, Aaron Fry rolls left, hits Hunter Eads, who bulls over a defender into the end zone for the touchdown, 6-0. Rebels would answer. Sophomore quarterback Luke Pollock, who is filling in for the injured Ethan Ward, rolls left, hits Lucas Strickler for the lone gain and a first down. Check out this pass. Pollock threads the needle between three defenders, hits Strickler again down to the 1-yard line. The Rebels would punch it in a play later. That would make the score 7-6. As we go to the board, it was Sullivan East beating Sullivan South tonight, 53-28, and Unicoi County over Claiborne, 35-22. Kane?
Thanks, Kenny. The Hampton Bulldogs were on the road and facing the South Green Rebels tonight. South Green has quietly put together a good season with a 3-1 mark in the conference and a 5-2 record overall. But tonight they face their stiffest challenge of the season. The Rebels meeting the Hampton Bulldogs, who are 6-1 with that powerful run game in Hampton, came out blazing. The Rebels, Anthony McGee kicking it off to Hampton, and Hunter Davenport recovers this one. It wouldn't take him very long to find the end zone after that kickoff. The very next play, Jason Russell gets the ball and hands it off to Davenport, making it look easy as he brings the ball in 4-6 down the near sideline. South Green taking possession after that score, but just could not get past the Bulldogs and are forced to punt. Hampton with the ball. McGee is going to complete the long pass right here, and he is going to get in for the touchdown, with many more to come in this game as Hampton is going to roll to the 59-20 win. Cumberland Gap taking down Cosby 47-12. At Warrior Hill tonight, Happy Valley hosting Gatlinburg. Pittman scoreless late in the first. Sage Hahn handing this one off to Austin Hicks, plowing in from a few yards out. Warriors taking a 7-0 lead. But the play everyone is talking about right here, our hit of the night, Colin Garza absolutely leveling Dylan Street. The two helmets get locked together. You can see it right there. Now Hahn thinks Garza's pushing Street back to the turf, so he's going to push him off. And you can see right here, Tylen Rice throwing an uppercut at Hahn. And a little scuffle is going to break out as the teams have to be separated. Now the refs miss the punch, so Rice stays in the game. There are no ejections. These two would fight it out all night long. We head to the scoreboard. Gatlinburg Pittman handing Happy Valley its first loss of the season, 25-22 in overtime. And Cloudland all over Hancock County tonight, 40-8. Another thriller this evening at Daniel Boone. Trailblazers hosting Morristown West. Blazers took a 28-14 lead into the break, but the Trojans quickly battling back in this one. West now down 28-21 on their own 6. Damian Blevins taking the handoff, getting around a couple defenders to the far sideline, showing off the wheels. 94 yards to the house, tying the game at 28. And taking the lead later in the fourth. And again, it's Blevins just getting over the goal line from a yard out. Trojans up 35-28. But Boone not going down without a fight. Noah Shelton faking the run, stepping back, and hitting Jake Chandler for the score, tying the game at 35 and sending this one to overtime. But it just wasn't enough this evening. Morristown West taking down Daniel Boone in overtime, 42-35. And Oakdale taking down Unaka, 51-16. And that's 7 games down. There's still 8 more to go as we finish off the action in Tennessee before running for the state line. But first, here are the Daniel Boone cheerleaders to help take us to break.
Team cheer! The Blazer team is here! Number 1 goes out!
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Dama's Minute on the road tonight, taking on Bearden. Indians playing tough. Savion Wadsworth breaks through and sacks Colin Ironside. Indians then got things cranked up offensively. Cole Maupin will hit D. Williams, and he goes 10 yards into the end zone for the score. Indians at the half led this game 20-7. More defense from the Indians when Josh Rapkin comes up with the interception. And he is gone all the way down the right side, but they're going to push him out of bounds around the 4 or 5 yard line. It didn't matter because from there, Maupin would keep. He'll go right up the middle for the touchdown. Indians hung on to win tonight, beating Bearden by the final of 34-21. In Blountville tonight, Central was hosting Volunteer. The Falcons led 14-0 when quarterback Luke Dorton runs the right option, keeps it going in from 7 yards out. It was 21-0. Cougars try to mount a rally. Kelton Moody takes a handoff, breaks a couple of tackles, gets to the outside for the big gain. The drive would end, though, and Cougar quarterback Jacob Fields' pass is going to be intercepted by the Volunteers' Hamilton Phelan. The Falcons would add to their lead. Jacob Salyer takes a handoff, gets to the sideline, and he's going to outrun everyone into the end zone for the touchdown. Volunteer led 28-0. Volunteer went on to win over Sullivan Central tonight by the final of 41-6. Kane?
All right, Elizabethton making the trip to West Greene tonight to face the Buffalo. Carter Everett gets the snap and hands it off to Corey Russell, who's going to be taken down here by a herd of Buffalo. Russell says, I ain't done just yet. Everett makes the handoff again, and Russell says that's how you do it. Getting across the goal line for the touchdown. The Cyclones go on to win this one tonight, 55-0 over West Greene. Now we take you to North Greene, where the Raiders and Huskies met this evening. Aaron Schaefer handing this one off to Israel Wallace, but he wouldn't make it very far. Schaefer then is going to toss it to J.J. Fleener, who finds a hole and is going to go all the way to the end zone. Huskies get the ball back, but Briggs' kicker cannot avoid the sack right here as he is going to get taken down. Sullivan North taking down North Greene this evening, 42-6. Now that's 11 down and still 4 more to go as we head into Southwest Virginia for highlights and scores. But first, here's the Patrick Henry Marching Band to help take us to break.
back to everyone. Let's head to Southwest Virginia. The Abingdon Falcons paid a visit to the Virginia High Bearcats in Bristol tonight. 9 seconds left in the first half. Falcons' Jake Sturgill drops back, hits a wide-open Jeff Wallace in the end zone. Abingdon led at the half 35-21. Bearcats get a golden opportunity in the third quarter when the Falcons snap the ball over the punter's head. He falls on it, but Virginia High, it'd be first and goal, but they would not be able to score. Abingdon had no problem scoring, though. Sturgill, another strike, this time to Ian Basem for the 39-yard touchdown play. As we go to the board, it was Abingdon winning over Virginia High tonight by the final of 56-35, and it was Twin Springs beating Eastside 48-24. In Saltville tonight, Northwood Panthers hosting the Cavaliers from Holston. Panthers were leading 6-0 in the first when the Cav quarterback Leo Ezel takes it over on the keeper from 8 yards out. That would tie the game up at 6-all. This little girl was happy. But the Panthers got the ball back. We're driving. Austin Tedder takes the pitch. He heads around the end for 17 yards and a first down in Cavalier territory. That's right in your living room. Holston went on to win over Northwood tonight by the final of 36-34. And it was Twin Valley beating Thomas Walker 57-40. King?
All right, it was homecoming tonight in Lebanon as the Pioneers hosted the Castlewood Blue Devils, and Lebanon was leading 17-6 in the third when Pioneer quarterback Coy Stutz calls his own number and sneaks in from a yard out to make it 24-6 Pioneers. But the Blue Devil defense came up big late in the third as Jack Ward races in untouched to block this Pioneer punt, and that led to QB Josh Wood hitting Cameron Blevins on this 19-yard TD pass. That cut the lead to 24-14 after the 2-point conversion at the end of the third quarter. We will head to the board. George Wythe falling to Chilhowie this evening 31-14, and Hurley taking down Honaker 40-27. At Patrick Henry tonight, the Rebels hosted the Scarlet Hurricanes from Marion, and the Rebels were leading 14-7 in the second and driving for more behind this first down carry by Dakota Humphreys. But Marion would stop that drive and begin one of their own. QB Austin Wyatt doesn't see anything he likes, so we're going to start scrambling around, and then it's going to hit Preston Shaft for the big first down, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. Then on the last play of the first half, Marion tries to tie the score, but Wyatt's pass sails out of the end zone. A little too much arm on that one. Incomplete, and they head to the half with the Rebels leading 14-7. We'll head to the board. Marion taking down Patrick Henry this evening 34-20, and Gate City taking down Lehigh 35-12. Some other scores this evening: John Battle taking down Ridgeview 23-20, and Union taking down Wise Central 41-6. And Richlands taking down Grundy 49-13.